Alright guys, I'm filming this at the end of the day for the video you're about to watch. I know the last few weeks have been extremely unorganized and chaotic. They may not seem like that to you, but in the shop and in my brain, things are just kind of rough right now. So a lot of that has to do with, the event coming up and getting the cars ready. And there was some tension between Michael and I in regards to filming and editing and uploading and all of that. I am hypercritical a lot, and so I will nitpick everything that he does all day. And I've been working on it. I have to, remind myself that I'm doing it. And so that created some tension, but we've resolved that and we will be back to it. I'm going to Reno for the week, hang out with Kaylin. I'm going to go check out the UNR campus and look at some neighborhoods and apartments and stuff. When I get back, we're going to revamp, we're going to be ready, and we're going to get back on track for hitting our 500 subs, for uploading dailies on the weekends, and just regather and regroup and get things rolling again. So I know it's been kind of rough. Things have been kind of patchy lately, but we are aware of it and we're going to fix it. Thanks for checking out this video. We got a lot done. So later, guys. Yo, what up YouTube? So like I said yesterday, I'm going to be working on that rear bumper. I'm still working on it, but I went ahead and just painted the bottom. And so I've kind of got to wait for the paint to dry. So I started working on that project that I told you guys what I was going to be doing. And I'm assuming you've already seen the thumbnail and the title. And I know I've talked about this in a previous video. But Michael's going to be letting me borrow his wideband since he won't be needing it on the VH anymore. He used it for the KAT. I will have to get my own soon because there is plans for Michael to have another turbo application here shortly. But I did already position the gauge, and I just went ahead, pulled off my downpipe. I welded on the O2 bung, so here's that. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and start routing my wires, figure out what power goes to what and all that good stuff. Let me grab the controller. Alright, so this goes to power and ground. So we'll have to cut this up and wire it into my car because I was wired up to be daisy chained with the rest of Michael's gauges. This is for the gauge, and then this is for the sensor. Okay, so since I know where the sensor is going to be now, I'm going to go ahead and start routing my sensor wire. Then we'll find a home for the box and get that all hooked up. I think that this is going to go pretty quickly, honestly, because there's not a whole lot to it. I thought it was going to be much more difficult. I think the hardest part was welding up that flange and figuring out where I wanted it. Well, in the time that I was getting that box even plugged into the gauge, that downpipe cooled off, so I got that installed. Not sure if you guys can see it from up here, but there she goes. I got that routed up and plugged in, so now pretty much all I've got to do is place that box and hook it up to some power. I think we're good to go. I guess the only other thing that could make this project difficult is the wiring. The way that this is set up, you got 4 wires on your power harness. You've got a red, white, orange, and black. Black almost always goes to ground, but I've already confirmed that. Orange is typically illumination, and that dims the gauges when your headlights are on. White is your ignition 12 volt and red is your 12 volt constant. So the way Michael had it hooked up, he had red and white together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the orange one. I might hook that up later. And then I've got the white one, which will go to my standard gauge power distribution, which I think is on my ECU plug. And then the red one will go to my constant. I have one of those, and we'll just extend this ground to have a ground. So it's really straightforward. White goes to a switched power. This one you can just tap into your headlight switch. The orange one, you can just tap into your headlight switch for when your headlights are on. And the red one is just fused straight from the battery, no switch. If you don't know wiring, I just pretty much broke it down for you. All right, and just like that, we got it all hooked up. Let's make sure it works. Please. Hey, I don't know if you guys can see that. No fuel. Oh, well there we go. Fuck. It's a bit lean. Well, at least we know it works. The gas that's in here is 10 months old. So I will be running an octane booster. Took some advice from the good old Officer Dan, and we'll be giving Boostane a shot this season. They say to be able to bump it up to 116 from 93. So we don't have 93 because California sucks. But I do have 91. I contacted them to see what ratio I need to get up to about 96, 98. Because from what I've read and what I've heard, the SRs are actually tuned on 96 octane, maybe. So I'd like to just bump it up, give it a shot, see how she does. I think it'll help. If nothing else, it should help bring down our combustion chamber temperatures and help her run just a little bit better. She's running. She sounds good. We threw the blast pipes on. And they fit okay with the bumper. They still don't stick out as much as I'd like, but it is what it is. Well, I just took her for a quick rip down to the little skid pad that we have here on the property. I have no fucking brakes at all, and the hydro could work better. I already knew that I was gonna have to dig into this brake situation. Hopefully it's I don't even know. Hopefully I can fix it, because I can't afford to buy new calipers at this point. So we'll pull it back in, and I'm gonna finish wiring up the strobe lights. I've already mounted the wideband stuff. And then Dustin's coming over to hang out for a bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure out this brake situation. Well, I've just been fucking terrible today at manning this camera. Dustin came by. Michael actually surprised us. He doesn't look like anything's changed, but I guess it was pretty sketchy how it was sitting in there before, so he took care of that. And Dustin and I just kind of chilled for a bit. We kind of talked about Bash and everything, but they took off. Dustin helped me start bleeding the brakes. It wasn't repairable or recoverable at that, so I already tore the calipers apart. Like I said, I've been terrible today with the camera. I've got a rebuild kit in my Amazon cart, but I am going to Reno this week with Kaylin, so I won't be able to do anything until next weekend anyways. So all right, well, we got the front strobes wired up. I put the windshield banner on, you can see it. Got the calipers torn apart. We got the rear bumper wrapped. But yeah, oh, real quick though, check out these strobes. They're just tucked down up in there. I don't know if you could see where the bulb was or not. Those things are fucking bright. So on our list, we had front strobes. We can check that guy off. Front bash bar, mount tires, pack tote, bolt check. Yeah, I still got a list. I got 6 more things on this list, and you know how life goes. There'll be more to come. That's not tape. That's actually wrap for all you haters. We are planning on doing dailies all the way up to Bash to the Future, but they will be coming out a week later, just because that's the only way that I'm going to ever get a chance to edit them. We're not sure what's going to happen. We're not sure what the condition of Michael's car is going to be at that point. You know, my dad's going to be in town, so we're ready. We're ready to film. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff at the shop, a lot of stuff getting trailers and getting trucks situated. So look forward to that, and I'll see you next time.